Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had an amazing time over the holidays and that 2022 has started off well. In December, I began a video series, kind of a 5-part video series on being really intentional with reflecting on your year, setting great goals, kind of a reflect and refocus exercise. So if you haven't seen the videos in December, you can take a look at them in my LinkedIn profile and get caught up as to where I'm continuing on with today. So today's discussion, it's a new year, new energy, new opportunity, and we're going to talk a bit about having the right habits to support your goals. Oftentimes, I find that at the beginning of the year, some of the goals I have set carried over from the year prior. And many individuals I talk to have kind of the same thing. It's like we set these goals, but there wasn't necessarily, they didn't all make it to the finish line, which is normal and natural. But it's challenging to set really good goals. It can be even more challenging to execute upon them. And I always love finding opportunities to create a bypass or to create a hack in order to get to the outcome better. And one of the most valuable lessons I've learned is that it's about your daily habits. Sometimes we think about, oh, in order to reach this goal, I've got to get, X, Y, Z accomplished. But when it comes to personal goals, sometimes you need a daily habit in order to create that incremental growth that leads to the compound growth. It's usually a daily habit that takes you to that outcome. So what do I mean by that? I'll give you an example and a story that was a huge impact in my life. So maybe about 5 years ago, I had this goal to go to the gym 4 to 5 times per week. And it had been on my goals list for years. Like I really want to go to the gym 4 to 5 times per week. And I was leaving the gym one day and I asked the lady who was at the front counter, I said, hey, how many times have I checked in this year? And she looked at my profile and she said 96 times, which I added up, that's approximately twice a week. And I really want to get that at 4 to 5 times. I was speaking with a friend of mine and who actively does go to the gym 5 days a week. And I said, how is it that you always get there? And he said, Ali, I had the same challenge a few years ago. And I talked to people, I kind of researched things. And what I realized is the healthiest people I knew and the people with the best kind of exercise, health, lifestyle routines, they didn't do it a certain amount of times per week. They said, I'm going to do it every day. I'm going to make it a habit. So every single morning when I wake up, before I do anything else, the first thing I do, I get up. The very first thing I do is I exercise. I go to the gym every single day. And he goes, what's going to happen by default is there's going to be certain days that you're up really late. There's going to be certain days where you've got an early morning meeting or you're traveling. And there's always going to be something that'll take you away from it being 7 days a week. That's just going to happen. That's life. But by making it a daily habit, the probability of you getting to your 4 to 5 times a week goal is probably going to happen quite easily. And as I was thinking about this, I really appreciated this input. I was thinking about it. I was like, if you told me to do a habit every other day, it would actually be harder than doing it every day. Imagine someone said, brush your teeth 3 times a week. 1, that would be horrible to do, but 2, it's really hard to remember when you're doing it or when you're not doing it. But when it's a daily activity, it becomes a habit, and that can really lead to compound growth. So a few years ago, I made that shift, and the goal was, and it's been for the past several years, is every morning I wake up, the first thing I do is go to the gym. And now it ends up being about 4 to 5 times a week because of the things in life that stand in the way. And what I realized from all of this is life's greatest hack is in habits. And if you can establish intentional habits to get you towards your goal, it makes it more effortless and it makes the outcome much easier to accomplish because it's a part of your daily routine. So I hope this is helpful when you're thinking about those goals that you have and you might want to figure out how to get it to the finish line. How can you create a habit, whether it's personally or in your business, that can lead to just naturally by having that habit lead to the outcome that you truly want to accomplish. So think about your habits. What could you accomplish? What habit could you accomplish that can get you to that outcome? Any comments or thoughts? Feel free to drop it in the chat or let me know. I wish you all a fantastic 2022.